Lucas County dispatchers get a stern warning from their bosses. That coming as the 13 Action News I-Team investigates Toledo firefighters arguing about who would respond to a call last month for a child having trouble breathing. I-Team told you about the family's story last week, something that's prompted an internal investigation at TFRD. But it turns out the leaders at Lucas County's dispatch department gave their staff an earful. I-Team reporter Sean Haggerty back on the story live tonight with the memo he's uncovered. Sean?
Yeah, and that memo coming out one day after we started asking questions about that November response. Those dispatchers have been told now to tone down their reporting. When the mother of 5-month-old Carly Collins called 911 in early November because her daughter had trouble breathing, she feared the worst.
I thought that she was gonna die for real.
Help did not come right away. When the 13 Action News I-Team raised questions about the response time, we uncovered this incident detail report. Engine 25 did not go right away after being dispatched. Why? The report says, quote, Engine 25 called alarm office to argue whether Engine 23 getting fuel at Station 18 is closer. Engine 25 was dispatched because they are the closer unit. Delay in response due to this. It would appear that verbiage did not sit well with leadership at Lucas County's 911 operation. The I-Team asked for documentation on Carly's incident on November 8th. On November 9th, 911 leadership sent this email to dispatchers. Public Safety Communications Manager Ralph Schern composed this email titled Proper Use of CAD Comments. CAD is Computer Aided Dispatch. The email says, quote, entering editorial comments, statements, or personal opinions in CAD is a violation of policy. It then says, quote, comments that are entered to reflect a crew's attitude or comment are unnecessary, as audio recordings, phones, and radio will support any allegation that is reported. The memo says some dispatchers have told managers the comments are used to cover themselves. Schern fired back, saying, quote, it is completely unnecessary to enter these snide comments, confidential or shared, but more importantly, it's clearly unprofessional and may be considered inflammatory. That email goes on to say that the Lucas County Dispatch Center has been working with area chiefs and that no abuse of dispatchers will ever be tolerated if in fact they're told about that. As for the incident itself when Toledo Fire responded, that is still under internal investigation from the department. If you want to see our full investigation of what we found, you can check out 13abc.com right now. Lee?